And yet again, there goes our second camera. Grab it back here live. And I did got word that our first camera is now back online. Let's see here. So now for Rebecca Starr, this is Dragon for Nicole Darby. Was technically almost close to even. So now, well, I mean, technically, we're WrestleMania weekend. Well, most of our executive workers have fucking potentially had a break of some sort. Like, we need to figure out, and no way that Rebecca Starr pretty much just slamming Nicole Darby into the mat. I think that was called the Star Clash of some sort. Now tag made to SJ Ray, and for Nicole Darby, ready to end this once and for all, lifting up SJ Ray, letting her down with what she calls the graveyard shift cover, and the pin has been broken up by Rebecca Starr. So now, pretty much for Nicole Darby, they're pretty much throwing the SJ Ray into the corner, tag made to Willow, and now we'll do some tag team action. We're lifting up and pretty much throwing Rebecca, well not Rebecca, but SJ Ray towards the side. Now for Willow, look at the fly with the springboard drop kick. Well, connecting to the target. The match would basically go on forever. And let's just hope it doesn't. So now for SJ Ray looking to try and pretty much go mouth to mouth with her opponent in the corner. Not sure if she's saying that on commentary, but fuck it, we ball. So now SJ Ray pretty much going for the rear springboard leg drop, even leaving knock the win out of Willow. The tag made onto Rebecca Starr, the so-called brains of the media outcast of this tag team matchup. We'll see now, but not okay, but for Rebecca Starr, seeming to go for like a slam onto Willow. Now onto the top rope, but Rebecca looking to take out this time reward. And then Mike was on victory here, cover an immediate kick out by Willow. Willow is refusing to stay down for anyone. Now, top rope going for Rebecca Starr, looking to go for it. The Star Struck moonsault. However, Nicole Darby was there to break the pin. So tag made to SJ Ray, now being the legal woman in this matchup. And this match could either end one way or the other. However, there can only be one winner. It just seems what Nicole Darby is pressing for a hot tag. However, the hot tag will be unsuccessful. Now by SJ Ray. Good victory for the media outcast. Kicked out at 2 by Willow. Now technically, they're both outcasts out on ringside looking to try and take care of business onto Willow. And technically, the numbers game, well, in this match is kind of in their favor when. Not kind of in their favor, it is in the Outcast's favor that they use this number advantage to put down Willow, and they just need to trip a fate on the outside. The ref count is at 6. And both SJ, so Rebecca and Willow have to get back in the ring, and they just see Willow tap out, but it doesn't count if you're on ringside. And SJ seems to roll back into the win to grant victory for the Outcast via countout. Another nail to the coffin for Willow Darby. But now it is time for our next matchup tonight. And another debuting star, that being, well, Frankie Smith, or what they call her backstage, Frankie Stein.
Oh shit, I heard that song.
Anyways, here comes Amelia Phoenix, pretty much in her second match in pretty much her second year, well, of in-ring competition here for the EWL. Now for Amelia Phoenix, ready to go here in Chicago. Now, the last time, I believe, there was a whole different promotion that was in Chicago for and in that pay-per-view, we got to see the return of CM Punk. Well, just weeks after he got released from AEW. So the question stands, will lightning strike twice and we see either a surprise debut or a return here tonight? Well, Cobra, I wouldn't get too ahead of ourselves because usually, if we're thinking of a return to Chicago, it technically could be one person in mind that is from Chicago. Well, that would be kind of interesting to see if he were to actually come back. The chances of him returning are at an all-time low. Well, damn. But anyways, here comes Frankie Smith, another young prodigy within the Performance Center, and surprisingly, a small one, with her only being 5'7". But hey, no matter how tall or how small you are, you can, well, pretty much, if you can ball with everyone else in the roster, consider yourself a household name. Now here we go for a little bit of mixed high-flying action here tonight in the form of Phoenix taking on Smith, and it seemed like the little one managed to overpower against Phoenix, pushing her into a corner to try to get any advantage he could get. One, what we heard, she's saying that she's gonna have to wear the knee brace until potentially the end of spring or at the start of summer. Let's hope that's not the case. Well, but hey, at least Frankie is technically walking perfectly fine for me. After Frankie looking to fly, let's stay to the outside. So as you just see for Frankie Smith, just pretty much patting onto a barricade. He's going for like a pop-up meteora of some sort. The ref count is already at 8 as Amelia Phoenix needs to get herself back up. The ref is trying to give up that warning, and here comes Phoenix, tries to get herself back in the ring, and she got back in there pretty much in time, but the ref was still count to 10. What the hell? Well, that gotta be some fucking bullshit going on. I mean, she already had 1 foot inside the ring, so I don't fucking know. I guess the ref decision is final. Frankie Smith potentially wins from that matchup. Now, our next matchup happening now is that being a battle between Joseph Cobb taking on Justin Dawn. You already heard the story of Joseph Cobb, so we're not even going to explain. We're just going to let the man do his entrance. You're right, you are. Now here comes Jesse Dawn going up on Harley Davidson, in which he technically considers an iron horse, and thank God she did not hit the barricade, unlike someone in Las Vegas. Yeah, I think someone will understand what I meant by that.